Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's that time of year again, and all the transfer news is coming thick and fast, and we've got loads to get stuck into today, including plenty of options for players that could be coming in. But there is also breaking news from the Mail, and Fabrizio Romano has been discussing it as well, and that is the fact that Nottingham Forest have a deal in place to sign Dean Henderson from Manchester United. Now, this comes on the back of David De Gea's shocker in the FA Cup final. Many people expecting David De Gea to be under pressure at the very least for his number one spot next season, but also with the backdrop that there aren't really the funds there to bring in a number one goalkeeper. So if Dean Henderson does leave, what happens next? Hopefully, Manchester United will be bringing in a goalkeeper now, because I've been one of these fans here that have been thinking Dean Henderson's time at Manchester United is up. You know, we possibly thought that he could get in, and now it's looking unlikely. But with the way David De Gea has gone this season, and with the fact that Manchester United need to, you know, put their funds in other places, in other key positions, if the transfer funds weren't available for a goalkeeper, I was half thinking that, you know what, I'd rather see us go and give Dean Henderson another try again. And now you look out there and it looks like he's about to join Nottingham Forest. So we really do need to bring in a goalkeeper that can challenge and possibly wear the number one shirt for Manchester United. I don't mean literally take that number one shirt off David De Gea if he does stay. But, you know, be our number one. Be the main man starting in between the sticks, because we need him to be challenged and ultimately someone come in that's good enough to replace him. Because if Manchester United want to challenge for those top trophies, I hate to say it, and it does break my heart a little bit, but I don't think we can do that with David De Gea. But anyway, we'll get stuck into loads of those reports right here, right now on this channel. But before we do that, please do me a favour, hit that subscribe button. We recently hit 140,000 subscribers. Now we want to hit 150,000. And I can only do that with your help. So get hitting that subscribe button. Right then, let's get stuck in. As I said, the Mail are reporting Nottingham Forest already have a deal in place for Dean Henderson, and the transfer is looking very, very close. How much money we're going to get in for him remains to be seen. We have heard in the last couple of days, like local Nottingham reports, that, you know, Forest had put in a bid for him, and that bid wasn't put out there what the number on that bid was. And now you're hearing the likes of the Mail and Fabrizio Romano coming out and saying that bid and that deal is looking very, very close right now between the two clubs. So you've got Dean Henderson on his way out. We need to bring someone in goal, but also we need to bring someone in up front. And we're hearing United could be in for Atalanta's Rasmus Højlund. Now, I don't know if I'm saying his surname correctly. I'm sure someone can correct me in the comments below. But this geezer is being linked with a lot of big clubs. He's highly rated. He's a fantastic young striker. He's great on Football Manager as well, by the way. But he's been quickly emerging as a leading candidate and is available for around £40 million. And Manchester United are stepping up their interest. That is according to the Mirror. Now, we also hear from the Mail that Manchester United have been told that Harry Kane is not for sale. Now, that does not mean United's pursuit is over, but the message from Tottenham is clear. And whilst you hear that possibly Real Madrid are in for him as well, and all these different things, I think United are going to be sensible because of Erik ten Hag and his leadership and his guidance. And if Harry Kane isn't available, I think they're just going to go, right, let's move our attentions elsewhere. And if that is Rasmus Højlund, and you know, we heard those rumours yesterday about Manchester United possibly being interested in another left winger. And with that being said, you know, a lot of people were thinking, hold on, we got Rashford, Garnacho, that's a bit odd. But maybe then you push Rashford down the middle as your striker option as well. You have a young striker like Højlund in and out of the team. You can always put Rashford back on the left if you need to. But you could also then have Garnacho and another as your rotating options on the left. You need to have players in all these positions. You know what I mean? You need to have a number of players and you need to have squad depth. And that would give us that if we had Rashford and Højlund as the potential two up top. So those are the interests and the rumours at the moment linking Manchester United with a striker. And he could be available for around £40 million, which means it would be an absolute bargain at that price. On a player that is going to be Manchester United's future, it was great to hear Casemiro speaking about Garnacho. He said, we don't have to skip steps. We know he's a great player, but he's also a great player for the next 10 years at United. We'll sure become a great player here, and it becomes very important to us. I'm sure Casemiro has seen some absolutely fantastic talent in his time and in his career. And for him to be saying that about Garnacho is obviously great. But look, I think everybody knows we've got a special player in Alejandro Garnacho. And long may that continue at Manchester United and his development as well, because it would be key. Now, in Italy, we hear that Kim Min-jae has been offered €7 million per season by Manchester United and is close to saying yes. United want to pay his €60 million buyout clause. Now, if you're going to get someone like Kim Min-jae for €60 million and his buyout clause, you're going to get someone like Holland. And I know I'm kind of doing Football Manager and using rumours here, but hear me out. If you're going to get someone like Holland for 40 million, what's that? That's under £100 million. 60 million euros, that's about 55 million pounds these days. So you're looking at about 95 million pounds on a centre back and a striker. Mason Mount, that was being rumoured at around 50 million pounds. If you're looking at 145 million pounds for those three players, I think that would be shrewd business and very good business by Manchester United, and it would hopefully, with sales, then still leave that wiggle room in terms of bringing in another midfielder and potentially some other signings as well, as we were saying, being linked with the left winger and all that. So it kind of does make sense, like maybe financially, considering we haven't got huge amounts to spend. We've probably got around 120 million plus sales. And then depending what happens with these new... We don't even know what's going on with these new owners at the moment as well. That's dragging on, isn't it? How annoying is that? The Mail have also picked up on some Kim Min-jae reports, and they say, this is the reports in England, by the way, those other reports are in Italy, that United remain in the hunt for a new defender such as Kim Min-jae as they look to find a new club for Harry Maguire. Now listen to this. Maguire is in line for a £10 million payoff from United if he leaves this summer. What a waste of money that deal has been. Jesus, we made him our captain and everything. It's absolute failure of a signing, innit? Shambles. We're also expected to open talks over an improved deal for Lisandro Martinez, which, unless he's on like a really poor contract at the moment, doesn't make sense because he's just joined. But you know, he's a fantastic player, so I'm not going to lose my mind over that. Anyway, those are the rumours at this moment in time. What do you guys think about Dean Henderson? That's the main takeaway from today. Dean Henderson looking like he is sold by Manchester United. Is that the correct decision? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Keep it locked. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back with loads more content this summer. See you soon.